Hello back everybody. Today's episode we are going to talk about lists. So this is the first video about lists. So today's episode we're going to talk about lists and what is lists, and we're also going talking about some list methods that you really need to know about it. So the first thing, what is a list? So let me just make clear of this. So lists actually is a concept, it's a data type, it allows us to store a multiple elements, so we can store a different multiple elements in the lists. Yes, you can store a string, and you can store integer, float, together in the same list. So how to for definition lists, or how to work with lists? The first thing that you're gonna do is the name of lists, and then you're gonna do is write this, which is the definition of the list, square brackets, so it's really important, and then you can put your data here. Today's episode we're going to talk about the basic methods that you really need to know about lists, and let's get started. The first thing, let's talk about how to add or how to access to a particular element in the list. So let's say I want to get the first element, so I'm gonna do for it, and then I'm gonna do the index. So you can access to the elements of the list by the index. So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get orange. Let's try, for example, -1. I'm gonna get the last item in the list. So this is the first thing. Also you can add a particular item in the list. You can do append. This is a pretty important method that allows you to add elements to the end of the list. So what I'm going to do now is fruit the name of list, and then .append. This is a function, or this is a method. So I'm going to add, for example, hello, or I'm going to add, for example, number. Let's try a number. Let's say I'm going to add 20. So what I'm gonna do, I don't get anything. I'm gonna get empty result. So I'm gonna print fruits, and what I'm gonna get is our element. The first thing that you can see in the first time, it's add the element in the last list, in the last position. The second thing, you can't actually add multiple elements in the list. So I'm gonna try to add this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get actually error. So it trace error. List append takes exactly one argument, not two arguments here, as you see here in this example. So this is the first thing. Let's talk about, I want to add multiple elements in the list. What I'm gonna do in this situation, Python actually provided another method that allows you or help you to add the multiple elements in the same time, in the same lists. So I'm gonna do fruit, which is the name of the list, and then extend, and you can square brackets, and then your data. Hello, that's it. Let's say -1. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna see here in this example, hello, and then 12. So this is the first thing. But you can see here there's another problem, which is it's add our data in the last element I want to add this data in the first element or in the middle of the list, what I'm gonna do in this situation, I'm gonna do also try another Python or another list method, which is insert. So actually insert, insert is a method that allows you to insert item at a given position. Let's say if you want to store your data in index 0 or index 1, it will add this here, and it will plus this item to the 1, so it will give me like apple going to be in the position of banana, and then it will add your data here in the position 1. So let's say for which sorry, so I'm gonna do actually for which dot insert, and then I'm gonna do the position or the given position. Let's say I want to add in the apple as example, or 1, and let's say I want to add, for example, hello. But first, so what I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna get a problem. So actually yes, so you can see here it add hello in position 0, in position 1, in the position of apple, and here we can see that is also change the position of banana, and the same thing with other elements of the list. So this is the first thing. Let's say I want to add in the first thing the position of orange, so you can see here it's the same thing here. So this is the first thing. Also we have another thing, which is sort, or I'm gonna sort our data. Where is a sort? Let's say I have, for example, a different data type. So let's say I have, for example, numbers, for example, nums, and I have, for example, 1, or let's say we have this and this and 1. You can sort your data. You can do nums dot sort without any argument, and print nums. So what you're gonna do, it's sorted this list 1 and 20 and 14. So this is the first thing. Let's do the same thing, but with let's say for it, but with for it. But how it will sort this list? It's a string. It will put the same words or components together, and yes, so we have it will give me apple, and then banana inside banana, and apple inside apple. So let's try this, and what I'm gonna get is apple inside apple, and then banana inside banana, and then kiwi, and then orange. In Arabic we call it orange china, so it's another example. The first thing actually, yes, so let's talk about another method, which is pop. So what is a pop? A pop actually is method that is but first let's talk about another method, which is remove. So remove, it's remove the character, a particular character that you so let's say I want to orange, so it will remove orange. Let's say I want to remove, for example, apple, it will remove apple. Let's say I want to remove, for example, banana, it will remove banana, you know. Let's do so. Also we have another, this is remove also if it raises error when there's no such item, you know, we have no this item in the list. So let's try do this. Let's say I want to, you know, let's try a particular name that is no such. So let's say this, so it will raise error, X not in the list, you know. Yes, so let's talk about pop, you know. Pop actually it remove, you know, or pop elements in the given position by the index, you know. So I want to remove orange. You don't need to put orange here in this place, you know. You need to put the index of the orange word. So in this situation, orange in position 0. So what I'm gonna do, I can't see orange, you know. So let's say I want to remove the last item, so I have no apple in the banana in the end, you know. So this is another situation. Let's talk about another method, which is clear. So clear, it's remove all the elements. So for it dot clear, it's clear all the elements, so it's empty list, you know. So you know, so I think yes, we have different ways to add elements in the list, you know. So the best way to do this is by the index, you know. So I can do for it like this, position 0, I want to add, for example, a particular item in position orange, so I can do 0. It's like replace orange with the given element, you know. So let's say I want to add, for example, hey, like this, hey, like this. So I'm gonna do is hey, you know. We have another way, which is by the slicing, you know. I know you know what is a slicing is. So let's get back to our list. Slicing, actually, let's take for it, I'm gonna do from, let's say I want to replace this and this with you know, with numbers 1 and 2. So from 1, which is this and this, not 2 to 3, you know, to 3. So I'm gonna do another list, new square brackets with our new data. So let's say I want to add 1 and 2. It's like replace apple with 2 1, and the same thing with the second value. So I'm gonna do Control B, and what I'm gonna do 1 and 2, and then kiwi. You know, you can do this. Try it. It's really simple. You know. Yes. There's another example. I think I remove it. I have no idea. Yes. I think. Yes. So this is the really. So here we have. Also we have index, you know, index, and yes. Also there's another thing, very important thing, fruits. let's say if the pop, let's keep pop empty, what is going to be, what is the result? Going to be remove the last item, you know, banana, you know. This is the first thing. So list concept is really important, you know. In the future we're going to talk about also we have another method which is reverse. Actually I sometimes I wrote down all the things that I'm gonna teach you in this episode, but I forget it, you know. I have no idea, you know. Sometimes I get back to the documentation of Python and try to remember anything, you know. So let's reverse I which what this forwards dot reverse, so it will reverse this data. Let's try with numbers, it's going to be better. So so let's say nums, and let's say here nums. So let's say here do nums. Let's do, this video is going to be long, you know. Let's say I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, you know. So what I'm gonna do is reverse, you know. Yes, you know the index, it's give you the index of the list. So you know the index for which dot index. There's a common methods between list and string, you know. So yes, so let's say index of orange nums, yes. So what I'm gonna do, what this, I have no idea actually, I have no idea. Let's get back. Yes, index actually is another method, you know. It's return 0 passing the list of the first who is equal to x, you know. So we have here banana, so 0 1 2 3 banana, 0 1 2, no, find the next banana starting at position 5. Yes, actually let's say orange, let's say 0, and let's say here I don't know, let's try orange dot index orange. Yes, that's index 4. So what you get is the end. Index actually is the very important method that is allow you to. So anyway, I really helpful. Also we have another method, join, you know. Let's give me a little bit idea about what actually join is. I want to join two things. Let's say I want to join my first name with the last name. So I have actually there's another thing that I'm gonna it's really important. Let's say print 1 I think we studied this in the previous video, in previous videos, with 2. It's going to be repeat 1 2 times, you know, and it will put this thing into a list between 2 brackets, between square brackets, you know. Yes, next video going to be also about lists, and thank you so much for watching this episode.